Well, hello, my chaotic crew. It is I, Bentley Michaels. How was your weekend? Hot dogs, burgers, hot enough for you? Did you run through the sprinkler? I hope you did. It was really nice where we were at. Hey, you got a couple of extra special things for you at the end of this episode. Since it was a shorter episode, we tacked on all of the Patreon content. It's about 12 minutes or so at the end of this episode. However, we don't bleep the Patreon content. So heads up, there could be some cursing in there. Next up, as another special gift for ordering this one podcast this week, you get an extra special conversation with our cousin podcast. The host and DM of Adventure Incorporated, Anthony Reed, and I sat down and we talked about D&D. We talked about designing adventures, running games, Boy Scout camp, high school theater productions. I mean, could we be any cooler, guys? I think not. Also, make sure you go to awesomedice.com. Use promo code chaotic at checkout for 15% off. But Jeff Goldblum's here and music.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
And welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs, you silly sons of guns. We're going to get right into it. We all know the players. We all know the things. We're back up at the top of initiative from last week. They're fighting the dragons. The Golden Lady, you are up.
Alrighty, so
good way to start.
I am going to go ahead and play my ukulele of Azores so that I may cast 2 spells at a time for one action.
Okay.
And for my first spell, I would like to cast Vicious Mockery again on that dragon number 1.
Number 1 that's on its back?
Yep, so it needs to be a DC 24.
Nope.
Well, that's a bummer. So now he's going to take some damage. Disadvantage again.
Music abruptly stopped.
Yeah. I know.
Record scratch.
I needed to...
He cannot get up. He is stuck.
Yeah, roll some dice.
All right, which ones?
I'm rolling D4s. D4s. Okay. So it's taking 9 damage.
Okay.
And then for my second spell during this one turn, I am going to cast Fireball again. And I am going to cast that. Sorry, I have to turn pages.
At number 1?
The prone one.
Dangerously near.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
I might cast it at number 2 instead.
Well, number 2, sorry, I forgot to move that. Number 2 is now over in this area.
Oh.
But Peleus is back sort of away. I'll say that as long as, I'll say if you hit him, you hit him. So. Okay. And you're aiming at them. You won't hurt Peleus.
Okay, awesome. Then I will throw a fireball at number 1.
Great.
There it is. Okay, so beat a 24.
Nope.
Okay, awesome. And you will take 8 D6
Noise. Can I be that guy real quick?
No.
I'm gonna be that guy.
I said no.
Fire. Are you doing fireball or bolt?
Fireball.
The DM already specified.
That's an area one.
The DM specified.
And what did he specify?
He said that if she's aiming.
I said that if she hits number 1, she's not going to hit Peleus.
But would it hit number 2?
Oh, it does say each creature in a 20-foot radius. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
If you wait, sometimes I reward people.
I thought
it was a mechanic. So
I thought you were going after Peleus. I was like, stop it, bro.
No, are you?
No. Yeah, I was like, why are you trying to kill me, man? Wait. Hey,
So
is that
that's
radius? Shouldn't you
22
get
damage.
So what's that?
22 damage.
22 damage
Uh-huh.
to number 1?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to half it, and number 2 gets 11.
Okay.
Okay. So, is that everything?
Nope, I have a second attack.
Oh, that's right.
What? Oh my gosh.
But I'm not
ridiculous.
going to continue playing the ukulele. I just want to do one thing now. So now I'm going to go over to Peleus and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, great. Okay. So you use your movement to go help out Peleus?
Yep.
Cool.
He still has Beacon of Hope, so he takes the
does.
full amount of healing that spell can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
What up?
Which
So-
is what?
Blip, 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 blip. So I'm going to cast it as a level 2 spell, so 2d8, so 16.
Nice.
And then it's plus your spellcasting modifier.
Oh.
Yeah.
32.
No.
That's crazy. I'm happy with this, though.
Your spellcasting modifier is 32.
No.
No, you get
Oh,
32
that's
total hit points.
I was
back.
like, what?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I was like, good lord, are you a god?
Peleus is like, it was like, I may need to practice more wizardry.
Looks like I'm not as good as I thought.
So, okay, so you did, what did you fire at them originally? The two dragons?
Fireball.
Fireball. Okay, so you cast a fireball, a big plumage of fire goes out. It hits number one, and when it hits number one, it sort of explodes. And because of your magical controls, explodes back into number two, getting half damage on that one, hitting that one as well. And while they're blinded and on fire, and these dragons are super mad, you run over to Peleus and you cast. What was it? Healing?
Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds, and you lay your hands on Peleus and you say, "Here, friend," and hit him up for 32
Yes.
points of healing damage.
Yeah, that feels good. Thank you.
And Peleus, you stand up a little straighter. You got a little pep in your step.
Oh, yeah.
And we now cut to Ren.
Lay
It
hands
is
on
your
me, baby.
turn.
Ren's excited that he was kind of in on that heal too with his Beacon of Hope. He feels like Ulagan is, helping bless other people too. With everyone around
Taking
me,
credit for
having the Beacon of Hope up,
Everyone just having a great time.
I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds and try to heal back some of that cold damage we took earlier.
Okay.
So that's going to be 3d8 plus 5.
Okay, great.
So, and you all heal the total amount. So,
Oh,
16,
nice.
17,
29.
29. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you played Dungeons and Dragons before?
Maybe once or twice.
It's almost like you know what's going on.
That is a level 5 spell that made it. So I healed
Nice.
a lot.
Great. So, what, you guys are all back to max?
Yep.
Yeah, we're all back, baby.
And I say a prayer to Ulagan, and I kind of like, I'm like, this is what you want me to do, right? this is being good.
Looking for
Am I
improvement.
Am I good now?
Okay, great. Ren, you throw out all the heals, and everybody is like basically back to full health now at this
Nice.
point. From what I can tell. And Peleus, you are up. You've just been healed twice in a row.
Yeah, and Peleus looks at the dragons.
Your wounds kind of like close. You feel good. You feel like invigorated.
Peleus looks at the dragons, starts to cackle. Oh, you're screwed now. And, I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt, but at 4th level.
Great. On 1 and 2.
No. You know what? I'm going to go all the way up to my 5th level, my only 5th level spell slot. So that'll be, it'll end up being 10d6.
Great. And if you'll notice,
I'm going to line them all 3 up.
they're lined up for you.
Okay, so here we go. Yeah, it's a dex save for all of them. Gotta
Okay.
beat 16.
Save some for the rest of us.
No.
Oh. Well, dragon number 1 on the ground. Not great. Crit fail.
Nice.
So, and you'll remember what I said earlier. I think last session. Crit fails on these sorts of things. Get double the damage of what you're already rolling.
Okay.
And then if they were to critically succeed, they don't, if it's like they take half damage, they just don't take the damage because they critically succeeded. But this guy crit failed. So If it's 10d6, he now takes 20d6.
Okay.
Which I'm just going to say is going to transfer to number 2. So I'm going to say basically because you're probably going to kill number we'll see. So 20d6 for number 1, 10d6 or whatever it is for 2 and 3.
Do we want to get 20d6?
Yes.
Yeah, give me.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, somebody,
You guys-
Caleb, you're closer. You take a picture
Oh,
of
you know what?
20d6.
I mean, I have these a bunch of little d6s if you need any extra beyond
I
that.
think we might have it.
Hold on.
Yeah, how many do you have?
I'm just gonna count them. We're counting my damage dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. So there we go. So I don't need these.
That's fine.
Mine are all purple. Or one of them is like the dwarven one.
Some of those might be dashes.
Not mine.
Oh,
Those are
yeah.
dashes.
Yeah, cool. And I'm gonna sub out. Yeah.
Two yum horns.
They're not lame, Milo.
Oh.
It's okay.
I just want my dice in here. Okay,
All right.
Here we go. All right.
20d6, the biggest roll we've ever had. Yeah, get your phone out. Hold on, get a video of him doing it.
All right. Here comes Peleus.
20d6.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Did you want to take a photo or
Fireball.
something?
Oh, no, he's
Right.
videoing it.
Are you ready? Okay, here we go. 20d6. Oh, okay. Ooh. All right.
Now I gotta count it.
I gotta count all this.
Let's do. Yeah, put these 5 and 5. That's another 26, 4. Whoops, so there's 30.
Here's a 5.
There's 40. 50, 58, 64.
So 64 damage to the first guy.
Halved, that's 32.
His 32 to the other two.
32.
Is that a lot?
Oh, well. Well, Peleus, what'd you say? This isn't going to go well for you or something?
No, I said, oh, you boys are screwed.
Yeah. So you say, "Oh, you boys are screwed," and you cast a lightning bolt.
Yeah, lightning bolt.
You
straight
cast
across.
lightning bolt with your
Staff.
with your staff. I'm gonna say you give it a very nice Darth Maul flurry. You sort of zoom, 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 and then bring it straight down. You hit number 1, and he explodes into a bunch of rock. You hit number 2 for 32 damage, and it goes right through him and into number 3, who explodes in a thing of
Nice.
rock.
Nice.
And number 2 is sort of standing there just like as the conduit, just getting like zapping everybody's getting zapped, and that's the best ever. And both 1 and 3 reappear back on their pedestals, and number 2's is an empty space, and it's standing there, not quite in like a finish him rock, but definitely would have the nose blood drip and a little crack in its lip if it could. So, Peleus, after being awesome, let's see. Dragon number 3 is out of here, out of the initiative. Dragon number 1 is out of the
Nice.
initiative. So let's see
Yeah.
here. They were 4.
I know.
Cinder,
I know
you're
you
up.
Here I come with my whip.
Gonna whip it.
Oh, and I hit twice because that's 2 19s.
Great.
Use your savage attack feat to re-roll your damage.
I don't have that. Thanks.
You don't?
Thanks, dude. Oh, you don't?
There, bro.
Sorry, just me.
Okay.
Sorry, just must be a
So
dwarf thing.
yeah. So let's see, 5 and 3 damage. So 8 total. Please. Please say I kill him.
You do not.
Have you used your bardic inspiration?
No.
Maybe you'll get there.
Next time.
You have to call it before you roll.
Yeah.
You got to
I
call
called
it
it.
before you
I
roll.
call it. I call
Nope,
You
no one heard
didn't.
you. No one heard you.
Before you
What a
roll,
shame.
you little boy.
He didn't, right? You already rolled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to just let
And so you got 8 damage?
Yeah, you can only roll
Yeah, a
after
total
roll if
of
it's
8.
for AC.
Yeah.
For-
Okay. So you whip him twice?
I do whip him.
Great.
twice.
So you see this lightning just zip past you, and you see the one in front of you that you just whipped. You're like, yeah, I got him 2 out of 4 times last time. 51% is all I need. And then you see the lightning come over your left shoulder, and it explodes, and you look back, and you see the dust of the first one that exploded, and you just see number 2. You're like, now you're mine. And so you take a couple of steps forward.
Thank you.
Now back to the action.
And you take a couple of steps forward, and you whip out, and as you hit it in the back, it starts to turn around, and you smack it again across its face like a pompous glove. Wha-cha! Whip, and you do 8 things of damage to it.
That's ridiculous. I hit twice and I did a total of 8 damage.
Well, it's a whip.
You're
It's a
using a
piece of
whip.
leather.
Well, you
But-
tried.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
come
slapping
on.
him with leather.
hit me, daddy.
Wow.
I
Episode
immediately-
title.
Yeah, I immediately turn and I hit Duroc
Okay,
with my
Cinder, Duroc, you were up. So you were
I don't
right.
believe it.
You got exploded on. There's a little bit of dust in your beard now, mingling with the tiger's blood. And
Bump set.
And I also have some burning from the
oh
fire.
yeah. It's a little bit shorter. It's a little uneven.
Yeah.
It looks
You should-
crazy. You look like a madman.
I look like
You look like you just came out of a chimney, like Duroc's version of Santa.
I like to think that it's like Blackbeard when he has the wicks in his beard.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
You should use Sid's set sword to finish this one off.
Don't metagame.
Yeah, I have a sword that's literally called Dragon Slayer, so
Yeah.
I'm going to use that one.
He's going to
It's
use a whole
symbolic.
sword, not a half sword.
Yeah.
It's symbolic.
Nice.
What a dumb idea. And in fact, as soon as you yell this out to me,
You know what? I'm glad you got a new player. I'm out of here. Yeah. Bye, guys.
I'm never coming back from Europe. That was been our plan all along. Universal health care.
Yeah.
does 26 hit?
I wouldn't know.
Let's check the board. What does the board say?
Savage attack feat.
That's a hit.
Much. 9 damage, and then I'm going to hit again. Oh, that is a hit. 15 to hit.
Great.
I got super excited.
Yeah.
Just
it's
every time.
right there.
I mean, and then he's savage attacker feat.
10 damage. So 19 total.
19 total.
One of my weaker rounds, guys. I'm so sorry.
Well,
Did you
I
see
mean,
the 8 I did?
Some of the
Did
dice.
you see 20d6?
But so when the dragon exploded, not only did the dust get in my beard, got in my eyes too.
Sure. I will say that you were like, another thing to kill. Fine. Well, Mini Bulgurum 2. And so you jump, and it's facing you now after his 2 whip hits. You saw it turn towards you, and like, are you looking at me? And then you jump over, and as you're coming down once again, sing, X, like right across the face and the chest. And you do it. You do it the damage that you said, because I don't remember.
19.
And it's definitely starting to look like a little bit of a cracked eggie.
Okay, good.
More damage.
And Duroc,
I'm glad that
number
he didn't
7.
kill it.
Okay,
That's
D2. He's right in front of Duroc. You're right in front of him, so he's going to double fist you.
Yeah, do
And
do it
with a natural 20.
Come on, you dragon little scum.
I didn't like that.
gentle.
With a natural 20 and a 23.
They both get in there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all right,
Then I'm going to use this opportunity to
Hold
clench
on.
and not let go.
Wait.
Yes. Yes.
No, I've got something for natural 20s. No, that's the thing I haven't trained yet.
Yeah.
That's the thing I get after another 8 hours.
See here, 9, 14, 24, 30 points of damage. So the dragon, you slice him and he kind of looks down at you. You see his his lips go up, his teeth exposed. And this time, unlike the weird kitty paws that it was earlier, now he's mad and he just swipes with his left, swipes with his right, and hits you right across the face and chest, knocking some of the dust out of your beard. And now,
You look better.
the golden lady, you are up, and its back is to you, so I will give you advantage.
Yeah.
She's gonna finish this one off.
Awesome. Okay.
Never mind.
I'm gonna take
Not
a
worth it.
page from Peleus's book,
Okay.
Nice.
and I'm going to cast
A lot of pages.
Fireball at a level. I'm gonna do it at a level 6.
Can you get Can you get Duroc in this one?
All right, wait a second. Let me look at your book. What kind of book do you have?
So sorry.
You mind if I borrow some spells from
What kind of magic have you learned?
So you need to beat a
Who is your mentor?
24.
But do you have cool tattoos like this?
All right, 24. Here's your. By the way, this has been your dice that I've been rolling. What? 24. What? What do I add?
Dex.
Dex. Not gonna matter because critical fail.
Okay.
So it's going to take double the damage that you're already going to give it.
Out of 6, it's going to be more than 20 d6s.
It's gonna be like 24d6.
Well, initially it's only 8d6, and do I just double that damage, or do I?
Yeah, let's just
take
do
8
that.
more dice. I mean, I have them all here, so
If
I
you-
could.
yeah, you
do
got
it.
the
Let's go for another big roll then.
All right.
Roll.
Fine.
I'll record this.
Okay, so this is what I'm rolling.
How many?
He's presenting.
19.
Okay, 19d6. Hold on. 19d6. Here we go.
Okay. Yay! Look at that.
All 6s.
Is it still alive?
There is a lot.
Is it still alive?
Hey, once you get to 38, let me know.
Okay.
All the magic users taking my kills.
Yeah, I need a whip that does extra damage. This is lame.
You could try having
You
a
need a flame
magic
whip.
sword forged by your grandfather. Great-great-grandfather.
I don't know who my grandfather is. Thanks, buddy.
I haven't cast a single attack spell this.
I know you've been
You've
buffering
been
the whole
just
time.
chilling and
57
healing.
damage.
Yay!
Whoa.
57 damage. Cool.
Only a
So
little
it was fireball.
Yeah.
Great. So you looked at Peleus with admiration, and then you're like, and you
Watch
say,
this.
and you look at him, you go, you kind of tap him on the shoulder, and you're like, watch this. And you point out one finger, and a huge plumage of fire comes out, and it hits this dragon right in the back. And you just see it hit it, and it sort of turns, like black, like it just sort of like withers, like, ash, like an ember, and then it just goes, and like the light breeze blows it away. Duroc, now you've got some gray in your beard, some ashes, and it reappears. Back up. Now all 3 dragons are back on their stances where they were originally.
Cinder yells, Duroc, get the sword.
Yeah.
I rush over and grab it quickly.
What's that?
I grab the sword from the
Okay,
pedestal.
so you grab the hilt?
Yeah.
Okay. You're hit with an electricity. You fly back. The dragons come alive. I'm kidding.
Roll initiative.
I was like, again!
I guess we should have thought that because that is how it happened.
Wouldn't that be up?
That would be super screwed up.
Well, you guys used all your high-level spells. Now we play for real. Okay, so you go over and you grab the sword?
Right, guys?
Take
Yeah.
out the sword and hold
Yeah.
it up
Yeah,
to
like
it.
So I've got the other one,
Put the
and I
other
pull the other
sword
one out.
into that.
Yeah,
And
you guys role play. You guys just do a little bit of RP here because I'm actually going to tack on some of the last episode at the beginning of this.
All right.
Do you
I
think
do say get.
you are worthy of wielding such a weapon?
I don't know if you've met me.
Let me rephrase that. I do not believe you are worthy of
Dash.
such a weapon.
There
Okay,
we go.
Dash.
well,
If he had a mullet, he'd be Theo Vaughn right now.
Oh yeah, you would be.
Before Beacon of Hope wears out, I'm going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on you, level...
In case you have to
4.
fight this lady.
So,
What?
what is that? 32, 30,
You need all the help you can get.
37 hit points back.
I have dedicated my life to serving Sidset, the Lady of the Yellow, to serving her wishes, to doing everything within my power to bring her back and reunite this sword with its other half. I just believe that if anyone should have the honor of utilizing it, it should be me.
well, that's a very moving speech. If you were really destined to join these two swords together, don't you think you'd have the other half?
She came together with us to defeat these dragons. She's the champion of this island. She's the worshiper of Sidset. I think this sword absolutely belongs to her.
Wow,
Yeah.
I like this man very much.
Yeah, she knows better magic than me, and although I am a bit perturbed by that, she should have the sword. Also, you already have a sword that kills dragons. So do you really need 2 swords?
Twice the killing power.
No, you didn't even use the other one.
But it looks cool on my hip while I kill dragons.
Yeah, but
that is
honestly,
hugely disrespectful.
don't you think that sword isn't quite worthy enough to be wielded by the Durok Dragonsbane?
I mean, that's the soundest reason I've heard yet.
I know, so maybe give it to the lady so she can have her...
All right,
we
I'll
will-
wait to hear from the voice of reason.
I don't. It seems like you guys had a meeting outside of this whole group and decided that she should get the sword. I'm not feeling so comfortable with that.
Do we
idea.
want another meeting?
Listen, guys, let's
yeah.
huddle up.
Yeah, huddle up.
I don't think there's anything we need to
I
huddle
will
up
come
about.
huddle
This is
with you because I
obvious.
have been with you through
All right.
this whole adventure.
Group huddle.
I have helped you and aided you.
You can join the huddle. Everybody, get in here.
Wait, so now it's not a secret huddle.
No, it's not.
Well, it's secret from the dead dragons.
Okay.
That's the
There are
dumbest...
statues again.
So-
I will say this. You guys can go huddle. She will just go, fine, go have your huddle.
All right, here's what I'm thinking.
She's like, no, I don't.
Here's what I'm thinking. You're not wrong. I don't need 2 swords. But how do I get out of this situation?
big as me.
How do I get out of this situation and not look stupid?
Well,
Okay, I've got some.
You can here. You and I could wrestle for it. You
Yeah.
make it look like I win, and
No.
I present it to her.
That's not gonna work.
I could like cast a spell on you to like.
I
make you
command.
Give it.
I have
I cast
never
command.
met a pettier man boy in my life. Dear God, man. Just
Golden
give her
Lady
the
hears all
sword.
of this and just kind of smirks to herself.
Fine.
She'll believe this. I'll say that I talked to my god, and I told him to tell you.
I don't know that she'll believe
I don't know. If
And
that's
because Ulagon is like, all powerful and knows everything, and you believe that
okay.
and know that.
Guys, I think I figured the perfect way out of this. Durak breaks the huddle and he turns to the Golden Lady and says, all right, fine. You can join the swords, but only because I'm totally cool with it, and it was my idea. Here. I hand you the sword.
Cinder's not
After
okay with this.
accepting the sword, I say, thank you. That was all very, very unconvincing. But
Deception check. He's actually rolling.
Okay. A 12.
all right.
You get a hint of sarcasm in her voice. But you're also thinking, I'm not sure if I'm just not understanding the colloquialisms because Dwarvish and Common. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hand her
The-
you grabbed it, right? And then you pulled the other half
So
out?
I was apparently... No, I never grabbed the one that was on the pedestal.
Okay.
So...
Wait, no, you said you did.
Well,
by the hilt. And then he joked about, the dragons come back and yada yada.
Okay. So I have them... So I hand you the one I picked up from the from the pedestal first.
Okay. How do you hand it to her?
You stab her.
So I had it in my hilt, and I like lay it over my arms, and I like hold it out for the hilt to like,
Cinder's
go to
not
you.
cool with this.
Hilt first?
Yeah.
Okay. Cinder, you said you're not cool with this?
No.
Okay. Why? Do you say anything?
I've said it a few times. I've said it a few times. Like I know your guys' mission. I don't know her intentions.
Cinder, we killed a vampire lord a little bit before meeting you. That was pretty tough.
Okay.
She can't be much tougher than that.
I would like to point out that I am literally someone who goes around saving people.
Yeah.
I have
I think
You and I have that in common.
If we're opening up this dialogue, I don't I don't deny your goodness. I believe you, and I feel like you are a good person with good means for good end. But this is kind of beyond me and beyond us.
I would like to point out the man you'd like to continue to hold on to the sword.
Good point. Give her the sword. Give her the sword immediately.
Thank you.
I think this is pretty simple.
Yeah.
Look,
you
do
don't
you want to
like
hold
red
the other half for a
dragons.
second?
She
give it to
doesn't
her.
like
Cinder,
red dragons.
I would like to remind you that once we tried to murder a man simply trying to walk away from us. So I think in terms of morality, we don't have any place to be speaking on that.
This is beyond morality, but
Look.
the fact that she pointed out, like, him
What?
or her,
What? Who do you trust more, right?
give her the sword.
Look, if you want to touch the other half for a second, I can
No,
let that
gross. Give it to her.
happen. Okay, I gave her the first half, and now here's the second half of my cool scabbard. Ugh. What up?
Thank you.
He presented it in a truly
Do you hand her the
fashion.
scabbard with the tiger pelt after?
No, I took that off. That's mine. Sorry, I got to keep that.
That's mine, actually.
I mean,
so
just so you know that scabbard came with like the first part or whatever.
Yeah,
So you would assume that's the scabbard for the sword.
yeah. So the scabbard you can have, but the tiger pelt wrapping, that's mine.
That's
That
all
is
Duroc,
absolutely
And I
baby.
swing it over my back.
I am not disappointed. Thank you.
It's like a scarf. You do a tiger pelt scarf.
So what do we see? I want to see you put them
So,
together.
are you gonna put them together or?
Come on.
Absolutely. It's long since been time these two halves should be united.
Okay.
How long's it been?
long time.
She just
Why
said,
are you the worst?
I mean, you know what we dwarves did? We forged
Okay.
one sword.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. So the golden lady. The golden lady takes both halves of the sword. She looks them over, and she puts them together. The both flat sides, and as they come together, there's a bright light that starts to happen. Cool music, and there's a sort of a blinding white and gold flash. Think like a lightsaber, like white in the middle and golden like on the outside. And when your eyes readjust, floating in front of you, just sort of like lightly spinning magically in the center, is a whole sword. The sword, and the golden lady is no longer there.
Oh, I liked her.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, we gave her the sword and everything.
Bye.
Do I still get the D10?
And what you hear,
Well done, Ren and Friends. You have passed all of my tests, and you are worthy to wield my sword. One of you more than the others.
and as that is said, the sword starts to float towards Cinder.
I trust that this sword will be used for the betterment of society. You've been through much, and you must continue to persevere. Let this sword remind you that I am here. And when the time comes, I will be at your beck and call.
And it stops right in front of you.
Can we go straight to unbriefing?
And that's where we leave it for this week, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. I've been your host and DM for Season 3, Bentley Michaels. To my right, I have...
Caleb is Cinder Darkloft.
Dash is Peleus Ian Earth.
Red is Dark Dragons.
Milo's Ren.
Riley as
Sidset.
Lady of the
I
Yellow.
knew it.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring. And welcome to Unbriefing. Go!
What a twist!
Also,
Wow.
Cinder's worthy?
I know.
This is
I was so
bullshit!
surprised.
I literally, as Peleus, I wanted to be like, does everyone get a fucking sword in this? Everyone gets a special goddamn sword except me, huh?
Man.
What about me?
You have a sword. That's
the second episode.
Ren doesn't have a sword. He's got a cloak.
Yeah.
no, I know. It's just like he got a special sword. He gets a special sword.
You've got
You
the
know.
amulet.
Yeah,
But also, you're not attuning to it.
nah.
So,
I know.
now you know why certain things, numbers-wise, were so high.
Oh, because she's a dragon.
Yeah.
Oh.
That makes sense.
That's all
I
right.
had your buddy Alex, who played with us on, I believe, your one-shot, Kamkala.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance.
He was the bard.
I said I need a bard spellcaster badass, and I want it to be this dragon. And so he split it up. Basically, level 12 bard, level 12 what is it?
Wizard?
Level 12 sorcerer.
Oh,
Level 12 sorcerer.
Wow.
But with all of the stats, I was like, but it's a dragon. So she has all of the stats of an ancient
I like
dragon.
how we're all like, all right, we got to take her
I
out.
think we could have, though.
Like, you
I
could-
think we could
no,
have.
we could not
That
have.
happened.
All right, so
Not in any
Caleb, let's go around just real quick. Caleb, your thoughts? I know we have to go soon.
I am dumbfounded.
What makes you worthy?
I don't know. I do not know.
We'll figure that. I'm going to have to retcon that a little bit. He was near the end for me. I wasn't going to do it, but he was the one saying, like, give it, he was being very positive, and he was like saying, give her the sword,
yeah.
give it, and so like, there's some stuff in his past that you guys don't know yet, but he was being much of a team player, which worked out for me. Originally, it's going to go to Yamhorn.
Yeah.
So like, but like, I need you all to have an element for something that's, that you have yet to find out. So sorry, go ahead, Caleb.
I honestly, I was thinking, well, I carry a longsword. There's a slight chance that what he's about to say might be Cinder, but I was
Yep.
like, there's no possible way.
I saw your face like,
Zero
and you threw your hands
Yeah,
up.
like I was legit
That's two
surprised.
hand thrown up.
Yeah.
I'm like
I had a
preacher.
internal visceral reaction.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, it was. I'm still kind of in shock. I don't really know what to think.
When you get back, I will get you all of the cool things that you get with your sword. Because you
No
had
more
the thing as
stupid
Yamhorn, you had the
whip is
shield
cool.
as Yamhorn,
Yeah,
but now you get, and trust
it's exciting.
me, since I known, it originally I thought it might take a while, but the way you were acting at the end, I was like, I gotta give him the sword.
Yeah,
I will hint at this. I got to figure out the best way I'm going to talk to Alex more, but I think a fire whip is foreseeable in your future.
nice.
Peleus, or sorry,
I was
anymore?
just gonna say I'm really excited that like this thing that came well before Cinder did is kind of coming to fruition with Cinder.
Also for me as a DM, my plan the entire time, I was hoping that this act will fucking help bind the group a little bit.
We'll see.
Things that we've talked about.
Makes a lot of sense.
Peleus, you did some serious damage. I think you only beat Riley by 1d6, but you
Yeah.
did 20.
Yeah.
That biggest dice roll you've ever made?
Yeah, that was pretty sick. It felt good. It felt good to bring the fun, to bring the lightning, literally.
That's why I made these things at the end. I was going to do stuff that I knew that you guys were probably like, oh, God, this in the dungeon. But then I was like, it's going to be a huge battle at the
Yeah.
end to get something really, really cool.
Was there
Yeah,
a
it was a good
crit
balance.
fail? Like what was it that caused the 20?
Yeah, it was a crit fail.
Okay.
So it's on a crit fail when it's like anything with his saves or anything like
Yeah.
that, it's double whatever the save dice is.
Sick.
And if it's a crit success, they just succeed and they don't have to do the half damage thing.
Got you.
But so it's big, you know,
I
huge
like that.
reward for
I
a
like
crit
that a
fail.
lot.
Just kind of like a
Yeah. That makes sense.
Durok.
Yeah. I kind of felt like that Age of Ultron moment where Thor puts his hammer down and he's like, only he who is worthy can pick
Yeah.
it up, and everybody's trying, and then Cap like starts budging it and his face goes wide. He's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Like that was the moment when Cinder, like, you know, she's like, the sword's going to go to who's worthy, and it starts going towards Cinder. It's just like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Do we really know this guy in our party?
Yeah, that's definitely was Ren's thinking.
Yeah. Anything else, Durok?
No. Fun
I'm
session.
eager to hear Ren.
Ren?
That was totally awesome. I had this like sneaking suspicion, like, okay, like the Golden Ladies, it said they could. Seems like they could be about the same person. They just needed this thing to make it happen.
Well, that's why she sat up here, too.
When you were doing
like
the
in case,
math,
and that's why you would see me sometimes whisper to her because I'd give her.
When
thing.
you
I
were-
wanted to be able to like help her out because, yeah, her character page is 6 pages, 5 pages, or you did.
It's really big font, though, right?
So I did it front and back.
It's how many?
Yeah, I was doing some of the math, and it was like
15.
I was gonna
plus
say-
13. Like,
I mean,
how
it
do you
has
get to
spells
plus
and stuff on it,
13?
Yeah.
Like to the saving.
Were you
throw?
guys having any
Doesn't make
thoughts like when
sense.
she started? Because I told her don't say anything, and I told her, and Alex said it in the email too. He's like, and I told her I was like, be cautious about certain things that have like DC saves, or so like when your numbers come out. But I said around episode 3 and 4, we're gonna let the numbers be known.
Plus, she was
That's why when
casting
you're
low
like,
level
What's
spells.
your DC? I like panic looked at
Yeah,
Bentley
I was
like, is it good now? Like,
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Plus, you
Yeah.
were casting like level 2 spells and stuff. I was like,
Yeah, like vicious
Well,
mockery
that's
and
what we
stuff.
said.
and
I was
okay.
like, you know, and that's what Alex helped me
Regular
out with
bard.
was I was like, hey man, he's like, keep it like lower, like do these sorts of things, like sort of buffer them and do like little things here and there. But then I knew I was going to have the big thing. And our guest Riley, how did you feel? I know that everyone give her a round of applause. Yay!
Thank you.
Riley has listened to every episode, and like we said in the past, like she
I'm
talks to
sorry.
me about our podcast things I forget about. So how was it overall experience playing? And you didn't know that ending was going to happen, so let's go in reverse.
No, I
the
didn't.
ending and then overall experience playing.
That ending was shocking. I mean,
Are
I
you
kind
mad?
of figured once I disappeared. Not mad. I was
Okay.
just so surprised because once you're like, "There's one person who's worthy," I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay, it's not
already.
Durak, and it's not."
Ouch! It's got to be
And so
Ren,
then,
right?
Yeah, then I was like, it's probably Ren, like, which kind of bummed me out in a way just because you're such a strong follower of Ulagan.
Like, wow.
And I was like, ugh. But also, like, you've been the most helpful with my character, and you've been the most like, no, she is a woman of the people. Like, she deserves this. And then Cinder's like, I don't know, man. I'm not a believer. And then last minute he's like, oh, okay, that's a good point. You're better than Durak. It's almost like maybe that was more of a difficult change for you as a character because I,
think
don't
so.
know your character.
Yeah.
So maybe that was more of the final test was partially like,
kind of acquiescing to the.
in a way, yeah, but also just getting over your own inhibitions to believe in something bigger than yourself or something, like, because you were just like, okay, yeah, I guess she's a lady of the people, so yeah, give her the sword, I guess.
you're welcome for setting the bar so low.
But yeah, and just playing in general with you guys has been super fun.
Yeah.
It's been really interesting to go from just listening to being able
Yeah,
to
is that weird?
interact.
Like, you know the voices, you know the interaction, you know like the camaraderie-ish. So now you're sitting here watching it. Is that weird?
Yeah, it's a little odd, but not like in a bad way. It's just fun.
I kind of felt like me just like being my character was like bothering you sometimes. I was like, am I offending her personally right now?
No, I just, well, again, like me as a person, I am a different way than this character is set up. So Bentley's like, you can't be nice and helpful. And like,
She's probably the nicest, sweetest person, and she would have kissed all your boo-boos and made you cookies and fucking whatever the fuck. Like, I mean, she's told me on stage, she's like, I was like, why didn't you jump in there? And she was like, oh, I wanted you to be able to do things because I thought you were being funny. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm like, I was dying up there. Interrupt me, fuck. And I was like, don't do that. She hadn't seen Indiana Jones. She hadn't seen Zorro. I was like,
Indiana Jones. It's just been a while.
and I was like, I mean, you're a fucking, like, imagine you have stubble and, like, you can drink everybody under the table and you're a fucking badass. Like, that's, and like, yes, you're compassionate, you'll help, but also, you're there to kick ass. Like, that's what you're there to do, and you're not going to fucking take any shit. And I gave her so much notes and so many talking points and so much shit, and she incorporated a bunch of this stuff.
Yeah.
And there's so much she didn't incorporate, which is awesome, because it can come out later. I didn't know how hard you guys were going to grill her, so I gave her, like...
I was trying to find, like, little things that I could get. It was
There's
like,
so
where
much
do I
cool
go? How do I make this so it makes sense for Ren
if
to
you'll
ask?
on your notes, if you'll kind of like mark off, like, or I guess I can keep them and I'll mark off what we talked about. Any final thoughts before we get out of here? I know everyone has to leave.
In the past, when we have had outside people come in and play,
I think it's
characters,
only once, right?
Yeah,
Unless you count your birthday.
Oh yeah. We
also
had a
had
problem
Willoughby.
with not getting enough information from people. So to kind of have this caveat of, but don't grill her too much.
Well, I only said that. No, I only said don't grill her too much in the sense of how
be
you
mean
treat
to
my
her.
NPCs, which is like, what
I
is
need
every
your life
answer?
story.
What is every answer? What is every answer? Solve this
Right,
mystery for us.
yeah.
And I'm Owen.
I only
don't know
said
what
the
you're talking
caveat
about.
of like, don't grill her too hard
Yeah.
in the, and that's why I also said like, if she says no or she doesn't know, it's probably because she actually doesn't know.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
That was fun. That was fun.
Final thoughts?
Good times.
Good.
I'm still
I'm
blown away.
wondering, maybe Lagon's a little happier with Ren.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
He did some like good, like friendly healing stuff, and like made sure the group was okay and
Yeah.
didn't hurt anybody.
But is your heart in it? Are you doing it just for the recognition, or are you doing it because you want to?
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
look, Ren, 51% is all.
You know, you seem to have the same power as Darth Plagueis. You know, the one who had the power.
Oh, here
of
we
light
go.
and death.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for tuning into
yeah.
Patreon. You
Too
guys
far.
are all fantastic. Thank you for subscribing. If this is one of the free Thursdays, I don't know. Go over to Patreon. It's only $1. You get all of this and more. Yes?
Can Riley take us out with a song?
Yes.
Oh no.
Real quick.
Yay!
All right.
This is a treat.
Do it.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. A little serenade for all of you going into the adventures of this upcoming week. Here we've been adventuring, and we're just laughing, having a good old time, just kicking all the dragons' butts. Please go forth and be so good to go. And join us back on Monday for some more. Yay!
All improv.
See ya.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.